that's a good one. I can see 4 people. So at least I can see what's going on. All right, so we're gonna work on water today. I'll get closer so you can hear it better, just the introduction. I chose water for 2 reasons. One, if we're going along with the Torah reading, which I like to do once in a while, we just went through the flood. So water, okay, water is very important. Also, driving home this weekend from the Golan, first little drops of rain on my windshield. So I figure, all right, we're going to concentrate on water. There's two signals of saying what's so important with the water. So water is connected and is the element, the earth, the body part is the kidneys and the bladder. And it's also associated with fear. So all of this, we're going to work on it through the exercises. And what animal is snake? We've done some of these snakes before, but we want to really concentrate on what's happening, the flow of water, the movement of water, salts. The kidney controls the salt of the body, and the salt of the body helps creation of the bones. And with the snake is the bone structure. So it's the element, not just water, but how the water affects our bones. The kidneys affect the ears. And it's funny that a snake should be the animal associated with water and kidneys, because snakes have no ears. So why do we connect it to the ear? Is because of the bone structure of the snake. At the end of his tail, it can hear the vibration on its tail, and through the bones, it wiggles all the way up into the brain, and it hears through the vibration. So we got bones, salts, water, ears, all these are connected, and that's what we're trying to fine tune in the exercise dealing with the snake. Okay, so start with the warm up of centering and opening and balancing. So bring our legs shoulder width apart, palms together as we go up, feeling the pressure of right hand, breathing out, and left hand go right down the center. We're trying to balance yin and yang. We breathe in. You don't have to press hard, but you have to have an equal pressure. Concentrate on the equal pressure on both sides, right and left of the body, as we balance this centering of the whole body. And I feel it in my palms. If I push too hard on one side, it pushes it over, right? So I have to keep it right down through the center, really slow. Even the pressure of one foot versus the other has to be equal. So it's not just a stretch, but it's really concentrating of the whole body is balanced from the right side to the left as you breathe in. And as I breathe out. Knees are off lock. They breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Breathing in. Right down through the center. Breathe out. Now when I bring my hands up to the center, point the fingers away and push out. Palms down. Come from way behind, palms up. And create a crisscross. Now we're going to twist. Go to one direction, slowly, all the way back. I breathe in as I twist. Breathe out, front and center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Each time, see if you can twist a little further. Working on squeezing the water out of a rag and then relax. And as I twist down to my knees, ankles, toes are twisting, getting that tension and then relax. Palms are up, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and out. As I breathe in and twist, everything collapses on the spinal cord. And breathe out, now it opens. Everything's relaxed and open. Squeezing it, twisting, and opening. One more time each side. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. We're going to raise our hand and touch the back of our hands together as it comes down through the center, all the way down to the earth, touching, or as far as you can. Bring it up, close to the body. Move back so you can see that. Palms down, it comes down to your sides. Now palms up, and you come up, right up the energy, right up the spine. Now as I touch the back of my hands, again, it can be very gentle pressure, but I feel an equal balance, bringing it right down through that tube, pulling up like there's a tube right in the center of the body, bringing up the energy. The tube that was opened up. Again, breathe in. Touch the back of the hands. Breathe out. Breathe in as I pull it up through that opening, like a tube. And then breathe out. Again, breathing in, feeling the energy follow the level of the hand. Breathe out, right down through the center. Breathe in, pull it up through a tube, right through the center of the body. And out. One more time. This is also warming up the spine because we're really going to be twisting and turning, so that we want to make sure the spine is really lubricated. they come down to the sides. Now I'm going to again work on right and left. So you can either just put your hand on your knee or your elbow on your knee, whichever your balance allows. So we'll start with one side and then down. And then the other side. You can't bring your foot up and just touch your knee with your hand. Helping the right brain and the left side of the body work, and the left side of the brain with the right side of the body work. And then we'll relax. Now, going into these are actually snake warm-ups. The actual snake exercise is crawling all along on the floor. Now, I don't have the space here to do that. So we're working on the warm-ups of the snake to work on the element of water. And it also is really working on the bone structure. So we're going to start bringing our hands up and then interlock your fingers like this above your head and twist it away. So my palms are facing up, interlock fingers. And I'm going to twist like I did before, but in a new position. Twist to the right, come to the center. Twist to the left. Well, whichever way you're going. Not important, right or left. Just go one way. And then relax. And you feel the tension in the spine. And then the release. Relaxing. Tight. And then release. Tight. And release. Now that we're stretched way up tall, there's a secondary element of the snake is the wood. So there are a lot of wood characteristics going on with the practice, but as a secondary. And nothing is black and white. There's overlaps to everything that we do. One more time each direction. Now, I'm keeping my hands interlocked and they're pointing up, but now I want to twist them and bring it right down through the front. I'm coming down in front of me until I go down to the bottom. You can bend your knees if you want, however it's nice. Then go out, away, like a big loop. Out. Hands are pointed up, twist it, so now it comes down. So making a loop, pushing down that column that I created. Go away. And twist it down again. Making a big, wide loop. Should start getting warm for sure. And follow the energy at the level of the hands as it's massaging each vertebrae as it goes down. And then come away, open up space between each vertebrae as they come up. Vibration, create your own mental vibration coming down and away. Do one more. Now, when I'm at the top, I'm going to change directions. Now I'm going to go away first. Go away in my loop, down and bring up. The hands are coming up. Do this upward motion. And then away, palms away. They come down, and then hands and still interlocked, and like picking up the water, pulling it up through the tube. Come away. You don't have to go, if you can't go all the way down, you're getting tired, just come in here at the middle. That's fine. If you're still able to, go all the way around. Whatever your body allows you to do is fine. So the characteristics of these bones is that they're all connected, right? That song. And we're making sure that all of them get their own vibration and twist and motion. From the top to the side till I get down, and then I come up, palms up, as they come up the other side. So it's a big loop. Twist, push away, palms away. They come down, and then palms in. So really, they're always facing to one direction, but they're away from the body, and then they're towards the body. They come around. Away. And towards. Away. Now, as they get to the top, now switch directions. Now it's away in the other direction. Come around, twist, and palms towards you in the new direction. Twist, away, twist, towards. Again, not to get hurt. If all you want to do is not bend so much, just go halfway, come across, and come up. As not having done it a lot, don't want to strain yourself. And this is still doing a circle. One more time. And then up. Okay, now I bring my feet together, the palms, prayer comes down. Now we're going to be like water in terms of how does water move, twists and turns and flows. So I'm going to take 1 foot away and then bring one hand down to the ground, spread feet a little more, and go along the bottom and have my arms pushed away from each other, palms down. Bring the hand up and over the head. Both palms are down and look under between your head. Okay, so now I'm on one side. Take your top hand, push it down to the ground, straight down to the one leg, slide it like a snake across the bottom till you make your other T, and then follow up like a river or stream from the other hand. Look between my arms. Again, go down to the first leg and then slither. As I'm slithering, I'm changing the weight from one leg to the other. Push it away. Find the water up and over and look. So what's important here is the flow of the energy from way over to one side, down to one leg, and then slide across in the center and then over to the other side, and then meet it with the hand. So we have this motion of water finding the bottom, the river sliding around, and then trickling and moving. The motion is transfer of weight from one to the other, and then meeting it, looking underneath. One more time. We slide it across and meet and look. Now, forgot to tell you, if you need a cushion or a yoga mat, you can get it. Because what I want to do is go down on the knee. I don't want you to hurt your knee. To give you a second, get something to put under your knee so you don't hurt it. And now I'm touching my hand. Take your whatever leg is up, put that hand on top, and always touch it. As I twist, I'm touching the top of my arm, and I twist behind me. I come across. Sorry, forgot to switch legs. So I'm coming across. As I'm here in the middle, go off one leg and onto the other and twist. Go behind this. Always touching. So I come to the middle, switch legs. Try to keep your head at the same level. Look behind, twist, twist, twist. Coming across, switching hand, one to the top. You know, I'm the horse. Now the new leg is on the ground. And twist. And this touching, always touching, is that sound vibration of how the snake hears. Not only is it the river motion, but it's the sound, that really sensitive feeling on the skin, always having a touch. Just like the snake hearing, and it's the connection of all the bones. Okay, one more time, from across. Now as I come up to the center, I can stand up. Now I want to take one hand and have it touch the elbow, and the hand that's away, have it just move like a snake's head, moving around. Kind of like it's a snake moving around. Play with it. Then slither the hand out, slither the new hand to the new elbow, and then that hand slithers. Up and down. There's no right or wrong. You're kind of playing with it. And again, slither the hand out. Hands are touching. New hand goes on top. Comes back to the new elbow. And slither that one again. Switching arms. Always touching. Always contact. And then move it around. One more time, both sides, slither out, slither in. Feel that sensitivity of the fingers touching the skin, the tingling. Like water moving around rocks and over and under limbs in the river. Slide it, feel the sensitivity go down and back up. And again, the water is moving. It's the motion of the head of the snake. But this is water. Now our obstructions, we can get around them. Nothing really blocks us. Our flow of energy is always moving and twisting. So that if things affect us, we go around them. The connection to the fear. And now when we come back together, the palms up, finish again with the centering. So we go up, breathing in, and then breathing out as we go down. So if something, this connection to fear, water element and fear, is that we don't go smack into it. All of these curves and twists and turns show us how we overcome incidences of fear. We acknowledge them, but we're going to slither around them. We're going to move and flow around them, above them, below them, so it doesn't internalize. and like water, it'll just flow away. If we internalize it, then it will change the characteristics of how the kidney is sending out chemicals within the body. And its job is to control the salinity in the body, which helps with the bone development. But also kidneys send out creatine, which affects the blood pressure. That's why your blood pressure will go up in the sign of fear. So if we overcome that fear, we're going to balance the chemical of the fear. Okay, now as I come here to the bottom, I'm going to breathe in as the energy comes right up the backside, and breathe out, comes down the front, a very fine line down the center path. As we breathe in, it's not a swatch of the back, it's a line right along the spinal cord. And the back, breathing out, comes right down the front side. In a very fine line, like that line that we made with the palms. We breathe in, we feel it. And breathe out, comes down. Now as I breathe in, comes up a fine line. We're going to change the thought pattern and do an MRI at the level of your hand, going right through the body. And an MRI looking at each line one at a time through the spine, through the body. And breathe in. And breathe out and concentrate on a thin line cutting slices as it goes down, and the MRI or the CT scan through the whole body. I'm going to come around, I'm going to go the other direction. As I breathe in, the CT is now going through the body as it comes up. I'm breathing in. And then breathing out, down, fine spine. Breathing in, again, the CT, the MRI, scanning the body. And where the mind is where the energy is. And breathe out, comes down the backside. One more time. Breathing in. And then breathing out. As I'm here, I want to get into the a neutral position. Take the hips and kind of have a sitting. The spine, the tailbone goes down. But I'm going to bring my hands out. Now I'm totally relaxed. Even though I'm holding my hands up in the air, my shoulders are relaxed and it just kind of, shoulders are slumped and they're hanging there motionless. It's just like earth energy is pushing my hands up. Heaven energy is pushing them down in an equal balance and they're just floating there. Palms facing you. Chin down slightly and the top of the head is pointing up. And it's at such a matter that there's a tube. That tube that we opened up, we centered the body. We opened the column right up through the center of the body. And I'm feeling that I move my head such that the very top of the head has an opening and it's absorbing the heaven energy going right down through this tube that goes from the head down to the lower dantian and filling up the dantian with qi. As they breathe out, the qi expands within the lower diaphragm, dantian. Breathing in, it sucks the heaven energy down through that tube. And breathing out, it expands it in the right spot. And breathe in and out at your pace, but try to go as slow as possible. In and out of the nose. Because of that centering and opening throughout all of the exercise, twisting and relaxing. So this center column is just totally receptive to a bringing down in the earth, the heaven chi. And then we can bring our hands onto the lower dantian and feel the heat. Feel the heat underneath the hand, right inside that lower dantian area, how full it is. And this exercise was quite strenuous, so we're not going to go all the way through the top of the hour because it's just, you can hurt yourself. So we're going to finish here, but I want this collective entity of all the new chi that was brought in at the end, and the concept of water and vibration of all the bones. We'll carry that forth, and the most important is, even if it's not anger, or excuse me, fear, it affected the fear, but the same concept works in terms of how are we affected by our environment. Wash away what's not needed, flow in and out of let the currents help us go around obstacles. And be cleansed. That water is a total cleansing. And not to forget about the salt element, because the salting within all of this is what creates our bones. Without the bones, we're a jellyfish. We have a stronger bone, and it's not uncharacteristic. He's got a, what do you call it, a stiff spine. It can stand up to things. Forget the English paraphrase of, he's the strong person with a good backbone, strong backbone to withstand the environment. Okay.